Alan, tell me about your rugby journey. Where did it all begin for you, and where did it all start with Camborne?
It started for me when I was about 6 or 7. My father was a great Camborne supporter at the time. He used to bring me to watch the first team play. Rugby started for me really at the grammar school when I was 11. I went to the local grammar school, which was a rugby mad school basically. I joined Camborne as a player when I was 17. Since then I've obviously played. I played for about 13 years I suppose. Went straight into coaching the first team when I was 30. Did that for 4 or 5 years. Got involved on committee work, became a selector, became director of rugby back in 14 years ago now. I've done 8 years out of the last 10 as chairman of the club, so I've been with the club for 53 years, a long time.
Wow. Camborne man through and through.
Camborne man through and through.
Let's talk about this season.
Yeah.
How have you found the transition going from level 6 to level 5? Have you seen a significant increase in your costs?
Surprisingly, not a great deal. Obviously there has been an increase. You've got to bear in mind that when we were in Southwest 1, Southwest 1 last year, which was the level 6, was dominated by Bristol and Gloucester clubs.
Yeah.
So the distances we had to travel were tremendous then. In fact, I think I'm right in saying last year we travelled somewhere in the region of 4,600 miles, which is a long way. Which, if you look at it, was twice as far as any other club playing at level 6 in the whole country.
Yeah.
So because of the geography of where we are, way down in West Cornwall, we've become accustomed to long trips. When I say accustomed to, we don't ever really get used to the journeys. Yeah. People think when they get as far as Exeter they're here, but there's another 100 miles to go. Yeah. So cost-wise, regarding travel, hasn't increased. It has increased, but it hasn't increased significantly. Mm-hmm. We've had 2 overnight stops because of the distances. We've been to Bromsgrove and Bracknell. Yep. We did those with overnight stops at Premier Inns on the way, which did help. But the other trips we do day trips, and it's a long time. Leaving here at 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning, getting back at 11 o'clock at night is a long time for everybody. But cost-wise, although there's been a bit of an increase, it hasn't been something which you can't handle.
Yeah. And are all these costs funded by yourself, by the club?
Yeah, we get support from the RFU for travel, obviously, like all clubs do. Yeah. Because of the Bromsgrove and Bracknell, because of the distance that involved, we did get support regarding overnight travel for one night, which was a big help, obviously. But we got sort of trips to Bournemouth yet and Salisbury to come. Yeah. And Bournemouth from here, although distance-wise is not as far as Bracknell, it is an awkward place to get to. Yeah. And depending on what our situation is, we will look to possibly funding an overnight or stop ourselves, but we'll see what develops as the season goes on.
Now, I don't want to jinx anything, but if you keep going on the way that you are, you could be looking at another promotion this year. Are the club ready for level 4 rugby, and have you even looked into the costs for that jump?
It wasn't in the plan. To be honest with you, last year's promotion from Southwest 1 was planned. It's something which we wanted to do. We almost did it about 4 years ago. We reached the playoffs. Went to Gloucester to play Old Send Trainers at the time, lost that one very closely, but it's something which was on the cards and we wanted to do that. So last year the promotion to this league was planned, no doubt about that at all. The plan this year when we met back in June was to consolidate, if you like, make sure that we stayed in this league, to aim for a possible mid-table top 6 position. Speaking to Ian Morgan, our coach at the time, he felt we were good enough to possibly get in the top 4. But promotion never even entered our heads. It's a long way to go yet, yeah, and I'm not allowed. I've mentioned the word promotion, but the P word, if you like, in this club is taboo at the moment. We're not halfway through the season. If you ask me the same question February or March, yeah, I might be able to give you a different answer. All I will say is that if, and it's a big if we do get promotion, then we will have to manage that. I mean, the players would have earned it, mm-hmm, and if anybody earns it in life, then you've got to go for it. It's as simple as that. But it's a long way to go, so don't jinx us yet. But to be honest, we haven't thought about that.
Okay. You've briefly touched on the ambitions there on
yes,
the pitch. Let's talk about off the pitch.
Yeah.
What are the ambitions for the club over the next 3 seasons?
On the pitch, as I just mentioned, is to consolidate where we are. We think we're at a level that we deserve to be. I think we're at a level player-wise that we can cope with, as we've proved already. Off the pitch, we've got a very, very good profile in the town. Over the years, we've built up good relationships with with local businesses who support us very well. We've got a good relationship with the town council, with the Chamber of Commerce, and with the community. The club is buzzing off the field at the moment. We've got 2 bars that are used quite regularly for a variety of functions, and it's the way forward. And we've got to build on that. We've got to build on the community side of things. Camborne's not a big town, 24,000 people, but it is a a town full of history, if you like, a great town to live in, and we are working on our community side of things.
Alan, we really appreciate your time. Best
No
luck
problem.
with everything.
Thank you very much, Jack.